Good morning everyone. In this video, we will learn how to read a chapter in correct manner. So, open up your book at page number 24. Chapter name is Miss Pickerell in Space. On her way home, after meeting her nephews and nieces, Miss Pickerell meets Mr. Haggerty. She gives him a lift in her car. He tells her that he is on his way to join a scientific expedition. When she reaches home, Miss Pickerell sees a strange and enormous pencil shaped metal structure outside her house. She sees two men outside going inside it with the help of a ladder. She then meets a young man named Wilbur who tells her that the object is a spaceship. Later, Miss Pickerell goes inside it when no one is looking. The men hear someone coming in and think that it is Mr. Haggerty. Before Miss Pickerell can say anything, the spaceship takes off and she faints. Read on to find out what happens next. When Miss Pickerell came to her senses, the pressure was gone. She felt light and giddy as if she had no weight at all. She was frightened and wondered if she dared to move. She was almost afraid to open her eyes. But she did just a little. Across from Miss Pickerell was another curved bunk similar to one in which she was lying. A man was sitting in the middle, shaking his head slowly and going, "Chur, chur, chur." "Lady," he said, "you have absolutely no business being here. You had absolutely no business being outside my house," said Miss Pickerell. "What happened? Was there an explosion?" "Nothing like the explosion there is going to be when the captain finds out about this." "That reminds me," Miss Pickerell said, "I want to see this captain of yours." She moved her arm and started to sit up. Then the most amazing thing happened. The bare movement of her arm lifted her right out of the bunk where she was lying. The men reached out and pushed her gently back. "Better fasten that strap across your lap, lady," he said, "if you don't want to float away." "Stop calling me lady," she said. "My name is Miss Pickerell." "I am Killian," he said, "executive officer of this ship. Hate to think what the captain is going to say when I tell him about you." Miss Pickerell fastened the strap. "Thank you, Executive Officer Killian," she said. "This strap does make me feel more secure. Just call me Mr. Killian." Miss Pickerell sat up, and this time she did not float out of her bunk. She saw that Mr. Killian was a middle-aged man with an expressionless face and leathery-looking skin. Even in this artificial light, Miss Pickerell could see that his brown hair had faded streaks, but she was concerned at the moment with her own sensations. "I don't understand what has happened," she said. "Why do I feel so light?" "Because we are traveling through space." "But we can't be," Miss Pickerell said. "We aren't even moving. I can feel that we are standing perfectly still." "But seems that way," Mr. Killian said. "We are moving all right straight up." "Forevermore," Miss Pickerell explained. "You mean we are in stratosphere?" She had heard from her nieces and nephews about airplanes flying rapidly through the stratosphere high above the earth. "I never imagined the stratosphere was like this, and I never would have thought this huge thing could really take off." past the stratosphere, Mr. Killian said long ago. Miss Pickerell said, I will send my nieces and nephews a telegram when we land. How soon will that be, Mr. Killian? And where are we going anyway? Be a long, long time before we land, Mr. Killian said darkly. If we ever do and where we are going, you won't be able to send any telegrams. Miss Pickerell says something moving from the corner of her eye. She turned her head and gasped at what she saw. The young man Wilbur, whom she met outside the spaceship before, was not walking. He was swimming. Why, hello there, Miss Pickerell, Wilbur said. He tipped his cap and then released it from his fingers. The cap remained suspended in the air. Forevermore, Miss Pickerell said. Wilbur turned to Mr. Killian. Did you tell the captain Miss Pickerell came with us? Was he mad? Haven't told him yet, Mr. Killian said. Not supposed to interrupt him, still busy over there in his own compartment. What's he doing in there anyway? Writing a speech, Wilbur said, to give when we get back to Earth. Might as well save himself the trouble, said Mr. Killian. We will never get there now without Haggerty. Wilbur's face went quite white. He spoke in a hoarse, frightened voice. You mean we left Haggerty behind? Who is going to do the calculations for our flight? I am not, Mr. Killian said flatly. I can only tell if we are on our course or off it. Guess I had better check the instruments. He unfastened the strap which had been holding him down and floated across to the instrument panel. Wilbur, nervous and frightened, swam along close behind him. Neither paid any further attention to Miss Pickerell. She thought this was extremely rude of them. They hadn't even given her a chance to tell them that Mr. Haggerty was right there on the ground, and all they had to do was to go back and get him if it was so important. As Wilbur and Mr. Killian floated away, Miss Pickerell decided this would be a good time to have a talk with the captain. The men might be afraid to interrupt him, but she certainly wasn't. Read the novel Miss Pickerell Goes to Mars to find out what happens next. Thank you, student. This is all about our chapter.